Good morning, my friends, and thank you for joining me for another shave. Today's shave is brought to you by RazoRock's Black Bay. We'll be using it's a bay rum type scent, so I'll be using my Dog from Every Town. It came in a Clubman bottle and I put the label on. But this is my Dog from Every Town bay rum. Lathering instrument today is our Sterling fan-shaped Badger brush. And of course we're using the Captain's Choice bowl. You'll notice there's a distinct green hue to the soap. It's just emerald green soap in here. It looks kind of weird. Let me open it up for you. Look how green that is. It's kind of cool. I like it. And today's razor is my other Kamisori. This one is a Kamisori. So it uses Yazuki steel, which it's the same steel as that this other one, the Asagi or Azuma that I have here. This one. This is the one that I bought to practice honing on, and we'll see how successful I was. It was kind of interesting studying up on steels and the iron sands of Japan, and this area of Japan is on the kind of southwestern side of near Kyoto. That's where this came from. I don't know where the razors were actually made, but you can definitely see that there's two different kinds of steel right near the edge. Must be a couple of the Japanese knives I have in the kitchen has a harder steel laminated in the middle and then softer steel on the outside, and that seems to be the way this one is too. You can see a line on the back here where you can see two different kinds of steel. I think that's kind of cool too. In the event that there be any problems, I've got the Vector here idling on standby. This razor is a little bit smaller than the other one. Partially from hone wear, and partially it's just a little bit smaller. So I theorize that maybe Kamisoris aren't quite as standardized in size as a Western razor. I did this whole side with the what I'd call the back side of the razor. You know, the Kamisori is an asymmetric grind. So this whole side I'm using the back side of the razor, which is a little bit more dangerous, I guess, but as long as you're careful, not gonna gill yourself. when I was honing this one, I purposely rounded the tip up here. On a Kamisori, sometimes this corner right here can get real super sharp, and then it'll grab you. And cause it has some fluid leaks. But I've taken steps to reduce that. It's Tuesday. They finished putting the furnace in on Friday. Well, actually, they finished yesterday. They didn't have all the ductwork hooked up until yesterday. So I was getting the full heat last night. It's a bigger capacity furnace than the one we had in there before. I guess I quit making the one that we had, and so it needed more air into the system, so they had to put a new air inlet, I don't know, to the plant. They added up an extra couple of places for air to get into the blower. They were afraid that it would overheat and cause trouble. There's a lot of science involved with furnaces. I got a little bit of education on that yesterday. That was kind of neat. But there are people getting laid off all over the place. Our furnace guy yesterday, I was his last job before he was done. We came in and he finished duct work, and he was going to go home. He says, "I'm going to sit on my butt." So I'm hoping that we're allowed to be out of quarantine soon before everybody loses their job entirely. Spouse unit is her hours got cut way back. Even though she's in the healthcare field, she does mostly what they call screening mammograms. Which, yeah, I agree, it's a important thing, but the eyes of the hospital are they're keeping just emergency services, keeping the decks clear for the zombie apocalypse. So she's working today doing what they call diagnostic mammograms. That's where they feel there's something wrong or they want to locate or diagnose a problem. Of course, there's far fewer of those than there are just screening mammograms, so I'm wondering if I have one. Yeah. The blade area on this thing is actually a little bit narrower than a DE. But it's doing a pretty good job. I think I don't have it quite as wickedly sharp as the other one. It just means I'll spend put a little more time on the finishing stone. I think it just needs a little touch more to make it the savage that the Yazuki is. How am I gonna do this? I guess I'll do this on the back side. Man, it does have the very feel of a wedge as far as the feedback through my hands. And you don't get any audio feedback from these are stout little blades. Yeah, take the glasses off. That means I have to lean up way forward so I can see. I'm not sure I like going over my head like that. You can kind of feel the whiskers kind of bend a little bit and then give. So I can tell that there's definitely whisker being shorn. Not very much now, it's third pass. And I think I'll keep it here. I'm at DFS. Real easy. There's just a little bit here, but I'm afraid if I go after that, I'll over shave and end up with some irritation. So we're gonna stop at darn fine shave. I didn't make much of a mess today, but I'm still gonna pause a little bit for a commercial message, and we'll be right back.
It's your face, let chick love it. It's your face, let chick love it. It's your face, let chick love it.
Push, pull, click, click. The Schick injector system loves your face this quick. Push, pull, click, click, and you lock a Teflon-coated blade into place for a really smooth, close shave.
It's your face, let chick love it.
Schick injector system, regular or twin blades.
Welcome back, and thank you for waiting. Today's very excellent shave was brought to you by RazoRock's Black Bay soap, and followed it up with my dog from every town Bay rum. Our lathering instrument was Sterling's fan-shaped badger brush, and we shaved today with our Yazuki Kamisori. Now I'm confused now. It's either Kikusui or Yazuki. They're both names on one side and on the other. I'm not sure which one this is, but this is my practice razor, and it did a very fine job. While we're still under quarantine, I hope you guys find something to keep you busy, and remember that 20 seconds of hand scrubbing with soap is just as good or better than alcohol. And so if we put 20 seconds on our face with the soap, just as good. I think we're doing a good. We're keeping our face clear of the virus. So do your part. Kill the virus. I'm Major Rich. We'll see you on the Shaving Cadre, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.